Alright, in this video we'll be discussing how to create a super awesome checkout for our sales funnel. So this is one such page for checkout that we've created for our single product. You can modify everything however you want, adjust the design, add some really cool offer, scarcity element. So that depends what you're trying to do. So you can fully customize it. Now we have different designs when you're creating a checkout page. So you have when you create such checkout page, you can see the designs here. So you can add any of the designs that we have, or of course fully customize it to your likes. So this is the checkout area, and here is the actual checkout widget that is going to be submitting the payment. So this is where the customers would be adding their information and submitting it. So you have different options for the checkout itself. Here we have it in 2 steps, and it is with pre-selected product. So the checkout itself have the 2 options to pre-select what products the person would be buying. So if you have specifically one product funnel, that's basically the best way. You just pre-select the product. They don't have to choose anything. It's there. So they just purchase it. And then you have the checkout with a cart. So this is basically if you have a previous step where people can add to cart a product and they'll be purchasing that product or products into the checkout section. So in this case, we'll be looking into pre-selecting a product. You can select multiple if you wish, if you want to sell multiple products in the checkout that are pre-selected, or just a single one like we did in this case. And they'll be filling this information and going to the next step. These things you can change from the styling option. There you can select if you want it to be 1-step checkout or 2-step checkouts. Now the 2-step is generally more elegant because you don't have that much information on the page, so it's not that overwhelming. But in some cases, 1-step checkout is completely fine, especially if you don't have a shipping. So if it's a digital product membership, it's actually even better to be just 1 step because you have a lot less information to fill in. Now you can fully customize how your design looks by styling different options such as buttons, fields, etc. So feel free to play around and create whatever design that you want. This is the secure checkout badges. So this is really cool to have such guaranteed safe checkout, encrypted connection, all these things. So you can add it with this option for secured checkout. The other option that you can do is the show. Here, this is the summary settings. So you have the 2 options, either to have it on the side or to be below. So right now we have the summary below. So it's like this. But if you want to have it on the side, let's just see how it looks. So we just applied it, and it's too narrow. So we can just assign here the size to be a bit more. More room to breathe, and you can see here the design how it is when it is the summary on the side. So it really depends on what kind of a checkout you have. Generally, I think this is a great look when you have more products. When it is 1 or 2 products, it's fine to be below. But especially add to cart and more products, it is nice to have it on the side. But again, it's personal preference. Basically, there is no difference from usability standpoint. So you have these options to play around with and have the checkout however you want. So let's just have it below. And when you have, of course, you have this if you want to show the summary on mobile devices above or below. So this is important for mobile devices if you have such summary as well. So let's just have it as it is here with 1-step checkout and the summary being below. You have other options such as if you want to allow discounts, what is the thank you page. So if you want to add a different thank you page, not the next step, you can just select what step of your checkout of your funnel to go to. So here is the option for a thank you page. You can allow customer registration. So if you want people to register with the creation of the checkout, so the actual purchase, to be able to create a registration is also available. To not ask for address. So if you don't want to ask for address when purchasing services, memberships, digital products, so you can have this option selected, and basically this area will be gone because it's not necessary. And of course the adding tags. So you can add people who are purchasing specifically for this from this checkout. So you can add some kind of a tag, and you'll see that tag for every user that purchases. So this is very useful if you want to segment users by where and what they purchased. And if you want to add extra fields, this is the option for that. So if you want to add extra questions to the form, so whatever it is, you can do it from here. For example, terms and conditions. You want people to, to accept terms and conditions. You can go to customize field, and here you have the default ones, which are for any general checkouts that you can add, like phone numbers and other things. But you can also add additional fields, and you can select what kind of fields you want to have. And this is just like modifying a standard form. So you can add, like I said, accept terms. You can ask for their website, for example, whatever it is. You can just add them, and they will be added to the whole process of your whole thing. So now you have the accept terms at the bottom, and now you have the website here as well. And if you want to position this on another site, you have here the ability to add them on different places. So maybe the website here or in the middle. So it is up to you where you add your fields. Of course, the terms and conditions would be always at the bottom because it's the nature of the field itself. So yeah, basically these are the main options for the stylization and the customization of the checkout widget. But also you have a few other things that you can do, which we have a whole video about bump offers, for example, which is basically a really cool way to do an upsell. But if you wish, just check out that video. But again, if you want to create one, just click on edit and create your bump offer. It's really easy, and basically it's another option to add some kind of an upsell. Like in this case, if you have a pet, with just one click they can add let's say sheets or something else to the order, and they can submit that like a package. So it's really cool way. And another thing is, if you have two products and you want people to select one of the two products that are pre-selected, you have this option here, allow customers to select which product to buy. So here you can see it in the design. So the first product is pre-selected, but people can select which of the two they want to purchase. So this is very useful if you do, let's say, some kind of bundles or different options that they can choose from, maybe product one with some features and product two with some other features. So this is a really cool option if you have different things that they can choose from. And you have this option to reorder the product. So if you want to start with physical product 2, you can have that to be the first one on top. So you can play around and create different designs, basically, and different checkout processes for your users. And that's about it. That's about it about the widget. It's super customizable, and it is super easy for the user to just purchase the product or products that you're trying to sell. And the beauty of it is you can fully customize the process. You can fully customize the page as well. So you can add any type of elements that will push the user to make the purchase and to make this decision. So that's why we have this scarcity, which is really cool as well. If you want to make this element, limited deals, crossed pricing, sales, a video, even if you wish, something to even push even further the user, testimonials also always great. So you can go crazy and create whatever checkout that you want. Of course, all the templates, they come with awesome checkout, so you can just use those and slightly modify if you want to do any modifications. But yeah, that's about the checkouts. Before we go, we have another thing that you can do with the checkouts. Again, we have a video on that where it is more detailed about it, but it is the upsells and downsells. So when somebody purchases a product here, you can add another step after it, as a pop-up or a page, for example, that with one click a person can purchase another product, and you can pre-select the product. But again, we'll look into that in another video, which is more detailed about once the click upsells and downsells. But in general, that's it. And don't forget, you can always split test your checkouts so that you can actually see which version of your checkout would be converting more people. So you can always do a split test, and actually you'll see which one is also how much it has generated, so you can see which one it made you more money, and of course which one made more conversions in general. So this is about the checkouts, fully customizable, super powerful, and you can do anything that you want with them. I hope that you enjoyed, and check out the next video about upsells and downsells.